No, Your Honor. He's downstairs in my office, and he's going to have a lot of difficulty climbing the steps due to the gunshot wound he accidentally received last week. That's the main reason for a continuance. Passed right through his leg. I've sent Mr. Stockton the photos.
Well, there's a warrant for him out of Adhere County. Maybe he just needs to turn himself in.
What would that be for, Matt? Do you know?
I think, is it the last DUI or what is it, Amber? That's what the warrant's for.
He doesn't have court till the 26th on that.
I'm just going with what the officers told me. We'll find out.
Okay.
There's also a warrant for Cumberland County for a probation violation.
So he's got 2 warrants then.
Yeah.
That may be the warrant the officer's referring to then.
Well, I don't know why he's got 2 court appearances pending in Adhere. I don't know why he would have anything out of there.
Well, I asked the probation officer to request a warrant after the last DUI.
When you say the last DUI, you mean the only DUI that.
The only one he's charged with right now.
Right. Which is, as you and I have discussed, I don't think much of the case at all, but.
Well, I disagree with you.
Mr. Hurt, you want to turn your camera off? You get a case. There you go. Well, I mean, he's on the docket. What do you want to do?
Well, I've got 2 witnesses lined up. I've got to get them on here. One would be Derek Paget. He's on the DVO violation in the gunshot case. And then I've got Levi Scott, who is the state trooper who worked the DUI in the dark.
Well, do you have a personal computer, Mr. Cross? You a PC, or what are you on?
Yeah, I can get him up the steps, I think.
Well, might be easier to get the computer down there if you got a.
Well, we're logistically challenged here at the office this morning.
Okay, we'll bring him up then. I'll wait.
Yeah.
Hey, Judge, he also has a warrant out of Russell County for a probation violation for here too. So.
Okay.
I don't see them on there.
Well, I've got Derek.
That may
Your
be the
microphone.
They've gone to get him. He's coming up the back stairs.
Is that you, Mr. Paget, Officer Paget?
That's correct. Yes, sir.
Okay. I never met you. I just want to make sure. He's okay. Tell him he's got a few minutes because we'll have his testimony first.
Moment, he's coming around. He's up. We're ready to go.
He needs to be on camera for a second, please.
Jonathan, come around. Sir. Hello, Mr. Williams.
Commonwealth of Kentucky versus Jonathan Eric Nethery, 18 CR 0036. Are you Jonathan Eric Nethery?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Were you born in 1990?
Got a mask on.
Were you born in 1990?
Yes, sir.
Last 4 digits, social security number 1652.
Yes, sir.
We're here on a motion to revoke. Mr. Stockton, you want to proceed?
I do, Your Honor. Mr. Nethery has a 3-year sentence on a possession case that was probated. He's on supervised probation. And the first violation I would like to address is regarding domestic violence, a violation of that order, and then the handgun being involved in the shooting. I'd call Officer Pageant.
Officer Pageant, would you raise your right hand? Swear a testimony you're about to give us the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
It is, I do.
You identify yourself and with whom you're employed and what position.
I'm Derek Paget. I'm employed at the Dare County Sheriff's Office. I'm a deputy sheriff.
Okay, go ahead.
Deputy Paget, were you involved in the incident on March the 9th, 2021, when there was a domestic between Jonathan Nethery and Adrian Curry, I think is how she says her name?
I was.
Could you tell the court what happened?
Yeah, I was gonna get my citation.
Okay.
Yes, I'll be March I believe I received the call on March the 8th, right before midnight. Around that time is when I went to 60 Owen Kemp Road here in Adair County from a 911 call in reference to Adrian Curry. She called and advised that Jonathan Netherly had assaulted her and that he was currently outside in his truck. Prior to my arrival, I think maybe she stayed on the phone with dispatch or she called back and advised that Mr. Netherly had left the scene in a white pickup truck. Once I made my arrival, I located Miss Adrian Curry outside the and she had visible injuries to her mouth and face area, some markings around her neck. Blood was visible as well on her face.
Did she say who
She
caused
advised
those
that her and
injuries?
Netherly got into an argument. Okay, go ahead.
I just asked, did she say who caused the injuries? I probably interrupted you before you was able to tell it.
Yeah, she said that Netherly had struck her and that they was arguing over sex. She said that she wanted to sleep and he wanted to be intimate, and that's when the altercation took place.
Okay.
And
so she had injuries.
She did advise.
She had injuries.
That's correct. And I did.
Okay.
She had some markings around her neck. Looked very minor. They hadn't bruised at the time that I was there.
Okay.
Markings. And she did advise that Netherly had put her in an armbar choke and had threatened to kill her. She did advise that he hit her all over. And that's when I did observe blood to her lips and minor marks on her neck.
Okay.
We did, myself and KSP, Kentucky State Police, we did try to locate Mr. Netherly, and we kept receiving 911 phone calls where he was. Somebody called in and said they observed him on Milltown Road area of Adair County. Supposedly he'd said that he was trying to get to Bennett Ridge to make it to Cumberland County. I guess his brother lived there. I did have Kentucky State Police go towards his brother's residence. And I ultimately I just kind of guessed that he was making a circle and that he was going to go back home. Approximately, I'd say 26 minutes approximately after I made contact with her, I made my way back to her driveway to the 60 Owen Kemp Road. And I observed the white pickup truck that she described sitting behind some hay bales or rows of hay in a field pretty close to the residence. At that time, I did not know if Netherly was there. I kind of parked my cruiser in a position to watch the back door and the front door, and ultimately I made contact with Netherly, which I advised him why I was there and what was going on, and he admitted that there was an altercation, and I think he even maybe agreed that it was over sex, or part of it was over sex, and but Netherly did advise that she choked him as well, and he had a few. I couldn't tell if they were scratches or he'd had some red marks to his neck as well. But I advised Mr. Netherly that he left. I can't determine if those were defense marks left by the female, and ultimately I gave her advice about an EPO, and that was basically the end of my contact with him that night.
So you didn't arrest either one of them that night, is that correct?
I did arrest him. I did. That's correct.
Oh,
Before I left the scene, on the chance that he would come back while looking for him, I asked her if she could stay at a family member's residence, just in case he did come back, try to hurt her, because she seemed pretty scared, and she was adamant to press charges. I did ask her that. I have dealt with them in the past as far as EPOs go.
So you knew where the residence was when you got the call then?
Yeah, I've dealt with them, but yes, I'm very familiar with where they're at.
Okay. So did she get an EPO based on your advice?
The best of my knowledge, she did apply for an EPO, and from the best of my knowledge, she dropped that EPO.
Okay. Was there a court order or anything for Nethery not to be back at the residence? Are you aware of that?
It's worded. I'm not sure if it means the residence, but part of his bond agreement was he was not to violate any local, state, or federal laws, and no contact with the alleged victim or complaining witnesses, and to make all scheduled court appearances, which was part of his bond agreement in that case.
Okay. So then did you have contact with him again on April the 16th of this year?
I did not. He, from what I understand,
I'm not aware of what the charge was that he had the bond convictions on, so I don't know who the victims that he's referring to is.
Okay, well, let's clarify that. What was he charged with that night?
Not that night. The bond conditions. The officer said there were bond conditions to stay away from the victim. I don't know who the victim was in that previous charge.
Okay, can you state the name of the victim again?
Yeah, on once I placed him under arrest, which would have been on the 9th of March.
Yeah.
That was at 16 minutes past 12 o'clock.
Okay.
16 minutes after midnight. He had been in assault at 50 minutes is when I made my arrival there to talk to the female.
No, I'm not. That's not the question I'm asking.
Yeah, the question is,
officer.
All right, listen.
You listen to me, officer. Hey, wait, officer. You listen to me, okay? And don't look frustrated or anything. I'm the one that has to know. I'm not understanding what you're saying.
Are you his attorney?
no, that's the judge.
I'm the circuit judge in this area, and if you want me to send some papers over on you, you can have papers served on you also. You understand, for contempt.
I understand that. I didn't know who you was.
You need to be quiet right now, okay?
Yes, sir.
Ask him the question, Mr. Stockton.
Yeah. What's the name of the victim, Deputy Pageant?
Adrian Curry.
Okay. And that's who he was under the bond agreement. He was not supposed to be around.
That's correct.
Okay. Now, and he was charged with what that night when you arrested him?
I arrested him with assault, fourth degree domestic violence, minor injury.
Okay. Now, you said you weren't involved on April the 16th, but were you aware of what happened between him and Miss Curry?
That is correct. On the 16th, I was advised that Mr. Nedler showed up at TJ Health Columbia with a gunshot wound.
Okay. And who investigated that gunshot wound?
It would be in the county of Adair County, but they dispatched the city police.
Okay,
That's he arrived there to report. Well, he didn't report, but he went to get medical attention at TJ Health Columbia in the city limits.
okay. Did you learn what happened that night as far as what allegedly happened?
That is correct. I got the CAD report. Since it did occur in Adair County, I done a follow-up just to make sure, since I've worked in the case on the domestic, he made statements at the hospital and to the city police officers that where it occurred in Gradyville and that Miss Curry shot him trying to shoot a cat. And I followed up with her to make sure that there wasn't more to that story than what he said or what he said at the hospital.
Okay. And did you interview her?
I talked to her on the phone. She was actually in the hospital.
Okay. Was she at the hospital with Mr. Nethery or was she injured?
She was in the hospital, from my understanding, for kidney stones.
Okay. Did this shooting occur at Miss Curry's residence?
60 Owen Kemp Road, yes.
The same place that the altercation occurred, is that correct?
That's correct.
And did she advise that she shot Mr. Nethery?
She's advising that it was an accident. I wanted to make sure that it was an accident. There wasn't another domestic.
Okay.
And she said that she was trying to shoot a cat.
Okay. And did she say what type of weapon she shot him with?
She did not. She did not explain what she shot him with.
Okay. And did she say whether he was living back there or just visiting or why he was at her residence?
She didn't advise that. When she made contact with me several weeks ago, she advised that he was staying there with her.
Okay. I have nothing further, Your Honor.
Mr. Cross, would you like to inquire?
Briefly, Your Honor. Officer Paget, was Mr. Nethery living with Ms. Curry on at the time of the first incident on March 9th?
From my not understanding of the situation, he lives with her, correct?
And was it's your, I'm sorry, go ahead, sir.
From my knowledge, he was living there at the time of the arrest too, yes.
And it's your testimony both of these people had marks on their necks and you really don't know where they came from because you weren't there. Is that correct?
That's correct. I wasn't there when the assault took place.
So we'd have to rely on what Mr. Nethery and Ms. Curry said.
Objection to the form of the question.
Withdraw. That's all I have of that today.
No redirect, Your Honor.
That this witness be excused?
He can. Thank you, Deputy Paget.
Thank you.
You have another witness? Mr.
I do. Kentucky State Police, Levi Scott, Your Honor.
Trooper Scott, will you raise your right hand? You swear the testimony you're about to give us the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Yes, Judge, I do.
Thank you very much. You may proceed.
Trooper Scott, did you have an occasion to see Mr. Jonathan Nethery on April 2nd, 2021?
Yes.
Could you tell the court what happened?
Yes, sir. On April the 2nd at around 3:13 p.m., Kentucky State Police Post 15 was contacted by off-duty Trooper Clint Bale. Trooper Bale advised that he was at Crockett's Auto Sales in Columbia and that he had encountered a male subject that had driven there that he felt may have been under the influence. Trooper Bale was there off-duty and was there with his child and was reluctant to get involved in any kind of investigation in an official capacity at that time. So he contacted State Police Post 15. And
did he say why that he thought Mr. Nethery may have been impaired? What alarmed him about him?
Yes, sir. When he was there, Trooper Bale noticed that there may have been a white residue around his nose and that he was acting in a lethargic manner and acting as if he could have been impaired on some type of substance.
Okay.
When I arrived on scene shortly after that, I made contact with Trooper Bale and I made contact with a male subject that I identified as Mr. Jonathan Nethery. I recognized Mr. Nethery from living in Cumberland County and had actually spoken with him in the few days prior to that about some unrelated investigations. But as I was speaking with Mr. Nethery, I did notice that he appeared to be slightly lethargic, and he was limping on his right foot when I arrived. Trooper Bale stated that when he had observed him before he knew that he was a trooper, that he did not appear to be limping at all until I had showed up. But while I was conversing with Mr. Nethery, I noticed that he had low, raspy speech. He had a very relaxed facial appearance and appeared to be slightly lethargic. And I felt as if there was a possibility he could be under the influence of drugs or some type of substance. I began to speak with him and ask him if he would submit to a standardized field sobriety test. He did submit to 2 of the 3 tests. He submitted to the horizontal gaze nystagmus test. The walk and turn was requested, but he said that his foot was injured due to a previous accident he had been involved in. So we did not conduct that test. We did conduct the one-leg stand and several other advanced tests that I've been taught to administer as part of the drug recognition expert program. Upon the conclusion of those tests, I came to the determination that I believe Mr. Nethery had been under the influence when he had operated the vehicle in the presence of Trooper Bale, and I placed him under arrest for DUI. Transported him to State Police Post 15, and I attempted to do a drug recognition expert evaluation on him and asked if he would consent to that. He had some concerns, and he contacted his attorney, David Cross. Mr. Cross advised Mr. Nethery that he should not submit to that evaluation, at which point we left. I took him to TJ Sampson Hospital in Columbia to the ER and attempted to do a blood draw. Implied consent was read, and he again stated that his attorney had told him not to take any further tests, so he refused to submit to the blood test at that time. But he was charged with operating a motor vehicle under the influence of drugs or alcohol for his second aggravated offense.
Trooper Scott, based on your experience, training, and observations of Mr. Nethery, was he impaired when you saw him that day?
Yes, sir. I believe that he was.
Okay. And based on, and you're relying on Trooper Bale, who observed him operating the vehicle, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Is your witness? Okay. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Cross, would you like to inquire?
Thank you, Your Honor. Trooper Scott, actually, Mr. Bale didn't see this individual operate a vehicle, did he?
My understanding that he did.
And this was at a tire shop there in Columbia?
Yes, sir. It was at Crockett's Auto Sales in Columbia on Campbellsville Street.
Okay. Now, the basis for you going and detaining Mr. Nethery and conducting these tests was based solely upon what Trooper Bale told you. Is that correct?
I trust Trooper Bale's opinion. Yes, sir. It was based on the fact that he called State Police Post, and we treated that as if anybody had called State Police Post and I conducted a impaired driving investigation.
I understand that. And so we're not in their district court right now. I'm sure we will be, so I'll try to move on.
Yes, sir.
You say he was slightly lethargic, correct?
Yes, sir.
What do you mean by that?
There's certain people that you encounter that, for example, would be impaired, and they would be extremely lethargic. Someone who has consumed a great deal of alcohol or taking a large amount of antidepressants or medication such as that. Those people are obviously impaired, but sometimes the people that are also impaired don't necessarily act that way. It's not as clear cut, and it's not as black and white as a sloppy drunk who's drank 15 beers. Sometimes it takes a little bit more investigation and a few more tests to come to that conclusion. He was not to that point lethargic, but he was showing signs of being lethargic and having a relaxed facial appearance and things of that nature. His pupils were also constricted. They didn't react to the presence of light. That's also an indicator of perhaps opioid use.
Now, you've been raised up with these Nethery boys, haven't you? Known them most of your life?
Well, from the same I'm from the same town. I wouldn't say I've been raised up with him. I haven't had a whole lot of interactions with Jonathan or his brother, to be honest.
But you've known Jonathan very well, haven't you? Pretty well.
I've known of him and known that he resides in Burnsville. I wouldn't say that I've known him very well. No, sir.
You all live in the same voting precinct anyway, don't you?
Objection, Your Honor. I don't know where this is going. I mean, he's testified to this.
Well, my question would be, I'll move on, is basically what you saw that day is the way Jonathan Nethery normally is, isn't it?
Objection. He's testifying rather than asking the question.
Cross-examination. Let's move on, Mr. Cross. Let's move on.
Trooper Scott, basically the Jonathan Nethery you saw on April 2nd was very similar to the Jonathan Nethery you've been familiar with over the years, wasn't it?
No, sir. I've never had the need to conduct a DUI investigation on Mr. Nethery.
But you got a report from Trooper Bale, so that led.
Okay, let's move on, Mr. Cross. You'll have an opportunity to get in that detail in their district court.
Further questions?
Okay.
No redirect, Your Honor.
Thank you, Trooper. You may be excused. Thank you very
Judge.
much. Okay, is there anybody else you want to call?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, you want to make your argument?
I've got witnesses, Your Honor.
You want to call someone?
Yes, Adrian Curry.
Mhm.
You raise your right hand. You swear the testimony you're about to give us the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
State your name. Mr. Curry, I want to ask you about an incident of March the 9th, 2021, which occurred in Adhere County. So you live and reside at 60 Owen Kemp Road? Keep your voice up so everybody can hear you. Okay. Now, did you make a 911 call that night?
Yes, I did.
Why did you make a 911 call?
Over exaggerating, being dramatic, I say, I think. But it's just, everything happened so fast and everything, and I jumped the gun on it and stuff, and I wanted him to be just as mad as I was.
Your Honor, I think she ought to be advised basically on her Fifth Amendment rights that she's going to implicate herself on falsely reporting the incident, that she can be charged with that.
I think that's appropriate, Your Honor. But I would also say when you make a 911 call, sometimes I'll refrain from further comment.
I mean, at the time, yeah.
Ma'am, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in any criminal prosecution. If there were a criminal prosecution started, no one can compel you to testify against your interest. Do you understand that? Do you understand that?
Ms. Curry, you want to go ahead and answer some questions?
Yes.
Okay. Who started the physical violence between you and Jonathan?
Me, I guess. I mean, I'm the one, I started pushing him because, I was laying in bed and I was getting aggravated because I wanted to sleep, and I started pushing him away from the bed.
Did he get you in a hold around the neck?
At some point in time, we both had each other around the neck.
Okay. All right. Have you requested that the Adhere County attorney dismiss these charges against him?
Yes, I've told everyone that it wasn't just a one-sided altercation, it was both sides, and
Have they refused to do that at this point in time?
yes.
That's all I have. Well, no, I need to ask her about the shooting incident too. So let me ask you about that. Ms. Curry, did you have a pistol on April 16th?
Yes.
Where was this
In my
pistol?
purse.
Do you know if Mr. Nethery was
No,
aware you had it?
He does not know I have it.
How did you end up shooting it?
There's this cat, and he comes out at night, and he's terrorizing mine, tearing up her trash, and everything, and it finally came out during the day, and we was out on the porch leaving, and I ran inside, grabbed my purse, so I usually don't pack it because I have a diaper bag, and when I pulled it out, there's no safety on it, and it happened.
That's all I have.
It was an accident.
Miss Curry, where do you live?
60 on the road,
How long have you lived there?
about a year and a half.
How long has Mr. Nethery lived there with you?
A year.
Okay, and he's still residing with you, I take it.
Yes.
He's still living with you, is that correct? I can't hear you. I don't know what's going on.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what type of firearms do you own?
Just that one. It's a 380.
38? Or is it a pistol?
Yeah.
Okay, and how long have you owned that?
About 2 years.
And where do you usually keep it?
It's usually in the lockbox, but I've been wanting to catch that cat, so I had it in my purse, and I kept it hidden from him.
Kept it hidden from the cat or Mr. Nethery?
I kept it from everybody. I didn't let nobody know I had it.
Well, is there a reason you didn't want Mr. Nethery to know you had it?
I just didn't want no one to know I had it.
Well,
Yeah.
why didn't you want him to know he had it?
He's not supposed to be around him, I'm pretty sure.
So you're going to let him be around handguns and he's not supposed to be.
No, that's what I usually don't pack it, or I keep it in the lockbox and it was in my purse. And like I usually don't pack a purse either. But I wanted to make sure to it when that cat came back.
What time did you shoot? What time did you shoot at this cat?
Yeah, 5 or 6 in the evening. It was before dark, but it was still pretty light.
How big a cat is it?
A big old orange tomcat.
Okay, he's as big as Mr. Nethery.
No.
Well, evidently Mr. Nethery was between you and the cat when you shot, wasn't he?
Yeah.
You didn't see Mr. Nethery?
Well, he was on the porch kind of beside me, but no, I wasn't. Like when I got it out to my side, I guess it was aiming towards him, and it happened when I got it out of the purse.
Just happened. You just shot, huh?
Yeah.
I've got no further questions, Judge.
No redirect.
I have a question of this lady. Was there a no contact order in place between you and Mr. Nethery on any domestic violence situation when this all happened?
No, I had dropped the EPO, so
Well, you're not the one that drops the EPO.
I'd asked for it to be dropped.
Ask him to drop. You can ask him to, but I thought previously someone said they refused to drop it.
No, the EPO got dropped.
Your Honor, for clarification, the criminal matter is still pending.
Okay, and the criminal matter is still pending. It has a provision in the bond for Mr. Nethery to stay away from you. Is that correct?
He was coming to see the baby, and
No, I'm not asking you for what purpose. It says that he's to stay away from you. Is that correct?
yes,
Okay, and y'all were violating that. And you both came to the lawyer's office together with the baby today. You drove over together. Is that correct?
yes.
And you know that's in violation of that order also, don't you? Okay. Mr. Stockton, you can make any arguments that you'd like.
Your Honor, I have Mr. Nethery available. I need to speak to him and discuss whether or not he wants to testify.
Well, you need to do it. Okay, go ahead.
All right, Your Honor, Mr. Nethery will not be testifying today.
Okay, Mr. Stockton, you want to make your argument?
Your Honor, I would ask that Mr. Nethery's probation be revoked for multiple reasons. Number one, he violated his bond agreement from the Adare District Court. Number two, he was driving while impaired in Adare County. He has a right not to incriminate himself and not take tests. But I think when you're on probation and you don't take a drug evaluation and you don't submit a blood test that tells the court all they need to know about Mr. Nethery's state of mind and his contempt for the court and his contempt for his probation. Also, I would state that this gunshot, I've practiced law for 30 years, and I've never heard anything as ludicrous as Ms. Curry's testimony about this gunshot. I don't know if she shot him intentionally. I don't know if she shot him by accident. but I know she wasn't shooting at a cat because Mr. Nethery was between her and the cat. I think this was just a made up, contrived thing. So I think Mr. Nethery is a danger to the community. He won't obey court orders, and I'd ask that he serve what little bit of time he'll serve on this possession charge.
Cross.
Your Honor, in brief response, I've practiced law longer than Mr. Stockton, and Your Honor has practiced longer than both of us, and we've all heard about everything. And you know, people get shot at, and I think that's what's happened here. There's been no proof, nothing other than what this officer, this deputy said, that there was a bond condition of no contact. That's basically what he says. We've not seen the paperwork. It's not present. What I've got doesn't reflect that. There was no EPO. In regard to the DUI, Your Honor, when Mr. Nethery seeks the advice of counsel, he's supposed to listen to his attorney, and that's what he did. And that attorney's advice is given consistent with what the attorney understands about the circumstances of the case. I don't believe there was reasonably articulable suspicion nor probable cause to detain or arrest Mr. Nethery, but that's not before this court. That'll be in the Adhere District Court, but the court's practiced nearly as much criminal law as I have, and you know, you have to make those calls. And I don't think Mr. Stockton ought to refer to him having contempt for this court. He calls his lawyer and gets his advice. Now, what I would suggest, what I'm going to ask this court to do, because he's got this bullet wound, which is still a problem to him. He had to come up the back stairs at the office today. I would ask that the court place Mr. Nethery on home incarceration with a curfew. He can live with his brother or someone else if the court is of the opinion that he does not need to live with Ms. Curry. He was formerly staying at his brother's, and for various reasons he left there. But and if the court does revoke him, and I hope you don't, but if you do because of the bullet wound, I know he's got a doctor's appointment somewhere today. It's not healed. I've sent Mr. Stockton the photographs of where it went in and where it came out in the thigh area. And I would ask that the court take that into consideration regarding if he is revoked. And I think that's a.
Okay, what is the charge that the bond is on that told him to stay away from her? What is that charge?
The officer is assault fourth, Your Honor.
Correct.
And it's still pending.
That's correct.
And
okay. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to revoke his bond on that charge.
Well, it's in the Adhere County, Your Honor.
Well, so it's not here.
No.
It's not here. Well, I couldn't tell from this pageant, you know, really what was going on. So I can't revoke his bond, but he does have warrants out, active warrants. So I'm going to tell him to turn himself in to the sheriff over in Clinton County. And I'm going to hold an abeyance, a revocation, till we see what happens in the DUI case up there. Obviously, he was in a bond violation, but I don't know if a bond violation from another county is sufficient for me to revoke a bond. I'm not very pleased about it. I can tell you that. And I can see a pattern of domestic violence that exists here. And this weapon that was there, I don't believe the testimony that we had either. I think that he knows the weapon was there. So I'm not making a decision on this case. I want to find out how the DUI goes. And even if it doesn't go, I still could very well revoke because of the presence. But I want him to turn himself in to the sheriff's department on these other warrants over there. And as a condition I want him not to be in the presence of his wife because of this domestic violence. I want him to find somewhere else, and I want to put an ankle bracelet on him because of the potential of him driving. So he's going to have an ankle bracelet on him. He's got to give us an address. He's going to be under curfew at that address so that he won't leave there except to work or church or the doctor. You understand those terms?
Yes, Your Honor, and I think you do too, Johnson.
Okay, now I'm telling you, this doesn't mean that I'm not going to revoke you on this thing, but you can't come and go as you want to. I think the prosecution hit it exactly on the head. You know this officer Paget, who by the way was one of the most disrespectful officers I've ever had in my court. This officer Paget, said that he's used to going up to your place for domestic violence situations. So that means there's problems up there, and somebody got shot. You're lucky you get shot between the eyes, and then you'd have been the dead cat. So, okay, that's my order. We'll reduce it. Could your office reduce that? Mr. Stockton, y'all keeping notes on it?
We'll attempt to, yes.
Okay. Well, we will attempt to also, and I'll enter the order. And you go across the street, turn yourself into the sheriff's department now. And if you don't, it's going to be a bad thing.
I'll walk over with you.
Thank you very much. Okay, well, that Coleman Hurt looks like another private attorney on there. What do you have, Mr. Hurt? Mr. Garrett, you're next in line. What do you have, Mr. Hurt? Your microphone's not on, Mr. Hurt.
I'm sorry, Judge. I have two sentencings this morning. Both are here with me in my office and ready to proceed whenever.
Okay, well, you could tell me who they are?
Yes, I have with me now Commonwealth versus Jeremy Wright.
Okay, wait just a second.
Judge, I'm sorry to interrupt, but we have some grand jurors needing to be sworn in.
Okay. They want me to come out in the courtroom?
They're on the Zoom right now.
Okay. Let me come out into the courtroom and do it. Are they in the courtroom? Where are they?
No, they've got them spread out down in the hallway.
Let me go out there. I don't want to swear them in on this thing. I'll step out. We're in recess for just a second.
Okay.
If I get any lower, I'm not gonna make it. Go ahead. And four.
Okay, I think we have the case of Jeremy Wright now. It's sentencing. Mr. Cross.
Yes, sir, Judge. He is here with his PSI.
Hurt has him.
Yes. Do you want me to turn the camera so you can see him, Judge?
It'd be good. You are Jeremy Wright.
Yes, sir.
This is 20 CR 0001. You born in 1988.
Yes, sir.
Last four digits, social security number 2843.
Yes, sir.
You're here for sentencing today. Have you had an opportunity to look at the pre-sentence investigation report done by probation and parole?
Yes, sir.
Is it substantially correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Plea of guilty possession of firearm by a convicted felon, the defendant shall receive a sentence of 1 year, probated, however, for 3 years. The sentence shall run consecutively to Clinton Circuit Court case number 19 CR 0010. You shall obtain full employment, and if not, you should do 30 hours per week community service. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, are you presently under the supervision of probation and parole officer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, you need to report to him, call him today, tell him that you've been sentenced on this case. Okay.
I'll do it.
Okay. Thank you very much. Who's your next client, Mr. Hurt?
Judge, I have Commonwealth versus Jessica Adkins. I'll step out and get her if that's okay.
Commonwealth versus Jessica Adkins, 19 CR 0052. Will you turn the camera over to Miss Adkins?
Yes, Judge. Miss Adkins is walking in now.
Are you Jessica Adkins?
Yes.
Were you born in 1990?
Yes.
Last four digits of your social security number are 6641.
Yes.
You're here today for sentencing. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Have you had an opportunity to look at the pre-sentence investigation report done by probation and parole?
That's the paperwork that I imagine.
Yes.
Is it substantially correct?
Yes.
Okay. Upon a plea of guilty to possession of controlled substance, you shall receive a sentence of 3 years. Upon plea of guilty to tampering with physical evidence, you shall receive a sentence of 5 years. Two sentences shall run concurrently, however, for a total of 5 years. Served 60 days, probated for 5 years. Does she have her 60 days in yet, Mr. Hurd?
She does, Judge. There's credit for time served.
Okay. You'll be probated for 5 years. Probation shall be certified. You shall receive credit for any time served. What is the court cost in this case?
$240.
Okay. And I need to go back on the other case, Mr. Hurd. What was on Mr. Wright? What was his court cost?
$210.
I'll notify him.
He can pay that at $40 a month. Okay.
I'll notify him.
Likewise, Miss Adkins can pay that at $40 a month. And Miss Adkins, have you reported to probation and parole yet?
Yes.
Okay, so you're under their supervision now.
I went right after the last court date that I had.
Okay, well, you should, now that you've been sentenced, you should follow all their directions. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay, well, I hope you make it through this. Okay, see you later. Thanks a lot. Do you have anything else, Mr. Hurt?
No, thank you, Judge. That's all I have. If I can be excused.
Okay, I'm going to go with Ken Garrett next.
Thank you, Judge.
Attorney Ken Garrett. Who do you have, Mr. Garrett?
Your Honor, I have Robert Kelly for entry of a plea.
Okay, hold on just a second.
Robert Kelly.
No.
Commonwealth versus Robert W. Kelly, 20 CR 064. Are you Robert Kelly?
Yes, I am.
Okay. What year were you born, Mr. Kelly?
1907.
And what are the last four digits of your social security number?
4514.
I understand that you wish to enter a plea today. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you currently under the influence of drugs or alcohol?
No, sir, I'm not.
Is your judgment impaired today in any way?
No.
You understand the charges against you?
Yes, I do.
Have you had plenty of time to discuss this matter with your attorney? Do you feel like you're fully informed?
Yes.
You know, you do not have to enter a guilty plea today. You have certain rights under the Kentucky and United States Constitution. You have the right to remain silent. No one can make you testify or say anything. You have a right to speedy trial, the right to be represented by counsel at your jury trial, the right to confront and cross-examine all witnesses called to testify against you, the right to produce evidence, the right to call witnesses, to have process issued to compel their attendance. You have the right to appeal this matter to a higher court if you lose, and the right to require the Commonwealth to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that you are guilty. By entering this guilty plea today, you give up all of those rights. Now, I want you to listen very carefully to the Commonwealth's recommendation, Mr. Stockton.
Your Honor, Mr. Kelly will plead guilty to possession of controlled substance first degree, receive a 3-year sentence, pretrial diverting for 5 years. The diversion is to be supervised. He agrees to be assessed with SSC, follow all recommendations, pay court costs at the discretion of the court, maintain gainful employment, and all evidence in this case will be destroyed.
Is that what you agree to, sir?
Yes, sir.
Now, this is a felony plea or a diversion?
Diversion.
Diversion. Okay, now, a diversion, sir, means, and I know it's been explained to you, but I'm going to explain it again. Diversion means that if you comply with all the terms of the pretrial diversion, your case will be dismissed, pretrial diverted. However, if you violate the terms of pretrial diversion and you're brought back in front of me and I revoke your pretrial diversion, a pre-sentence investigation report will be ordered and you will be sentenced according to this agreement. At that time, you'll be a convicted felon. Certain things happen to convicted felons, and one of the things that happen to convicted felons is if they have another felony conviction, they can be used, this conviction can be used against them to enhance their sentence under the persistent felony offender law. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, however, if you successfully the terms of the pretrial diversion, the case can be dismissed, pretrial diverted, and you can have it expunged from your record. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, has anybody threatened or coerced you in any way to get you to enter this? Anybody threatened or coerced you in any? Okay, well, I'm gonna find that this is freely and voluntarily entered into. I'm gonna enter the pretrial diversion order today. Do you have an original copy of that there, Mr. Garrett? Can you hold, is that your signature on there? Hold it up so you can see the signature.
Yes, sir.
Is that your signature on there, sir?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay, well, I'll accept it, and you'll need to contact the probation and parole office just to give them your personal contact information. Okay, Mr. Garrett can help you do that. Will you provide that information to him, Mr. Garrett?
I will, Your Honor.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Is there anything else with this case, Mr. Stockton?
No, Your Honor.
Okay,
Judge,
thank you.
Judge,
Yes,
his court costs will be $210.
$210. You need some time to pay that, sir?
Yes.
Okay, I'll let you pay it at $40 a month, okay? First payment due 30 days from today, okay?
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Garrett, you have anything else?
I have one more, Your Honor. I have Jacob Scott, Your Honor.
Okay, Jacob Scott, Commonwealth versus Jacob Scott.
And he should be in the jail.
You're saying your client should be in jail, is what you said?
His location currently is at the jail.
Okay. Well, I knew that Mr. Stockton thought he should be in jail.
Let me rephrase that.
Yeah. Okay,
Your Honor, it'll be just a minute. They've had to go get him.
that'll be fine.
I have got Patricia Harden here. If you'd like to take her up, well, or Patricia Rule.
Who represents her?
David Cross filed a motion for shock, Your Honor. I don't know if he forgot about her or what, but that's who represents her.
Well, somebody ought to give him a call and tell him he's got one on, and then we'll get back to her, okay? He's got off the line.
Okay, Your Honor.
Yeah.
He may be walking Mr. Nethery to the sheriff's office or something.
Judge, Miss Jessica Lewis has got William Hilton on.
Do what?
Miss Jessica Lewis is on. She's the attorney for William Hilton. If you wanted to go ahead and do him,
Where is Mr. Hilton?
he's in her office.
Okay, let's go to Miss Jessica Lewis then.
Morning, Judge.
Hello. Commonwealth versus William Harold III. Is that your client there?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. It's 20 CR 00010. We're here today for the purpose of arraignment. There's also 20 CR 0011. And are you William Harold Hilton III, sir?
Yes, sir.
What's your date of birth?
12/17/77,
The last four digits of your social security number.
1742.
Okay. You're here today for the purpose of arraignment. You have the right to remain silent. If you would desire to at any time to consult with your attorney, turn the microphone off and step away and she can talk to you. But I advise you take advantage of your right to remain silent at this juncture. The grand jury of Cumberland County has returned an indictment, sir, in 0010, charging you with flagrant non-support, and also in 00011, charging you with theft by deception under $10,000 and theft by and another count of theft by deception, violation of KRS 514.040. Counselor, do you acknowledge the identity of your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, now I believe the indictments have been emailed to you, is that correct?
They were yesterday, yes.
Okay, so you acknowledge receipt of the indictments, waive formal reading and arraignment, enter a plea of not guilty, reserving all pretrial motions.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. What kind of, this gentleman is out on bond. He's made an appearance today. There's no complaint about the bond. Is that right, Mr. Stockton?
Well, he's one that I had trouble with, Your Honor, getting the Knox County Sheriff to serve. I finally had to contact the Kentucky State Police to have the warrant served. I don't mind. I'm glad that he showed up today and he has a counsel. So I don't mind leaving the bond as is, at least until the next court appearance.
Okay, I think he was administratively discharged since these were Class D fellows. Ms. Lewis, where is your office located?
Laurel County, Your Honor.
Laurel County. You're in downtown London?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we get a mailing address so I can mail you the discovery?
Yeah. It's 303 South Main Street, London, Kentucky.
Okay.
40741.
40741. Okay, thank you.
Okay, well, I'll enter a pretrial discovery order. And he'll mail you, the Commonwealth will mail you that discovery. And anytime if you will need that supplemented, you can request it from him. And if y'all can't agree, you can bring it back up. This, we will set this again. I don't think there's probably any reason to set this for May. Do you think there is, Mr. Stockton?
I don't know. I've not heard anything from the Supreme Court. I thought the order, is there an order in effect now after May?
Well, I mean, here's the thing about it is we're not going to be setting a trial on this Class D.
No, I don't know that it would need a trial, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, let's let you look at, let's take a look at this, and you come back on May the 27th will be your next appearance, and you'll need to keep in contact with the clerk's office, the Commonwealth Attorney, to see if that will be in person or whether it will be virtual. Okay, I don't know right now.
Yes, Your Honor.
In any event, and Mr. Hilton, you make sure that you give a good address to the pretrial people, okay?
Yes, sir.
Make sure you give a good address. Okay, thank you all very much.
Thank you. Good day.
Yeah. Are there any other private attorneys on there anywhere? Mr. Whitney?
Yeah,
Oh,
This
Mr. Garrett, is your client back up yet?
He is, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. State your full name for the record.
Jacob B. Taylor Scott.
Okay. And what's your year of birth, Mr. Scott?
9191.
Yeah, and the last 4 digits of your social security number.
115653.
Okay. We're here today on a motion to revoke probation. Mr. Stockton, you want to present your case?
Your Honor, the motion to revoke is on a 5-year sentence fleeing and evading. He also has a trafficking case that's going to the Cumberland County grand jury today. I advise Mr. Garrett that. I think he has a request that I'm not objecting to.
Judge, Your Honor, I was going to ask the court merely to pass this or hold it in abeyance so that we can see if we can get a global resolution both to the new indictment, which is coming out today. I'll get the discovery and try to have a resolution to both before the next court date, if the court wants to set it.
May the 27th.
Yes, Your Honor.
May the 27th. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
Okay. Okay, I guess we have Lee Wittenberg on there. Wittenberg, are you on?
I'm on, Your Honor.
Who's your client?
Caitlin Hughes, Your Honor. My client's in Wayne County Detention Center, Your Honor.
Judge, she should be listed as Higginbotham on the docket.
Okay. Do we have Wayne County on the line?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you very much. Wayne County Detention Center, Commonwealth, Kentucky versus Caitlin Page Higginbotham, 18 CR 0083. We're here today for the purpose of sentencing. Are you Caitlin Page Higginbotham Hughes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and are you going by Caitlin Page Hughes now? Okay, so we need to make sure that the judgment puts an AKA or at least corrects the name on there. Is that right, Mr. Commonwealth Attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Have you had an opportunity to review the pre-sentence investigation report done by probation and parole?
Yes, sir.
Is it substantially correct?
Yes, sir.
Is there any reason why this lady should not be sentenced today?
No, Your Honor, but we would ask the court to reconsider whether or not she could maybe be, and this is a request that she made of me, released on probation. The graph on the criminal graph on the PSI states that she is low risk. I think like an 8 out of a 49, and she is currently 7 months pregnant as of this coming Saturday.
Mr. Stockton, what do you have to say?
Your Honor, this young lady was in drug court. She absconded from drug court. Mr. Murphy basically said she wouldn't comply, tried to send her to rehab. I think if I calculate the days right and she's 7 months pregnant, she must have got pregnant after she absconded. Kind of reminds me of people when the lady started going in the military years ago. But I would just ask the court to impose sentence.
The sentence is 3 years, is that correct?
It is, Your Honor. She's got quite a bit of time in. She'll probably get back home with when she meets the parole board and her pregnant.
Yeah. Okay. Well, considering the past activity, I think the baby's probably safer while you're incarcerated, ma'am, than it would be if you were loose, since you absconded. So I'm going to sentence you to 3 years. You're going to give credit, all credit for time served and anything you're allowed under the law. And I hope you have a healthy delivery and you can turn your life around. Okay. Thank you very much. You have anything else, Mr. Wittenberg?
Your Honor, I too think we had a contempt issue I think you may have wanted to discuss with me.
Did I issue a fine?
You did, Your Honor.
Just pay it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Mr. Stockton, is there any other private attorney on here? Any other private attorney? Okay, Office of Public Advocacy. Adare County, now Wayne County's been released. Nobody else in Wayne County, is that correct? Who would you like to bring up in Adare County?
I've got Jason Norris.
Okay, let's bring Jason Norris up.
Judge, I believe there's a agreed order tendered on this case yesterday, I believe.
Don't see it on the docket. What did the agreed order say, Hunter?
Judge, I believe that it calls for Mr. Norris to enter into the drug court program and also apply any stimulus or tax return payments to his arrearage.
Okay.
He has been assessed and voted on in the drug court. He just needs to be oriented, Your Honor.
Okay, well, send the appropriate document in and I'll be glad to sign it. We got the documents here. We'll sign the interim today. When will the orientation be scheduled?
I don't know, Mr. Murphy. You'll just need to get with Ms. Thompson. He's pretty efficient on that.
He lets me know when they need to do it.
Okay, we'll release you, sir. As soon as we can get you scheduled, we'll release you. You get in and take that drug court seriously, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good luck to you. Anwar Barber. Okay. Commonwealth, Kentucky versus Anwar Barber.
Your Honor, this here's
Pardon? Hello?
yes.
What'd you say?
This is John Anderson. I've got here.
Okay, well, I'll go back to John.
Judge, there was another agreed order on that also. He's not on your docket.
That agreed order about drug court?
No, we have an agreed order that says he satisfied his arrearage in full and he can be released from jail and from supervision.
Okay, is that all right with you, sir, for you to be released? Sir. That's the correct answer. Well, I'll sign the document right now, okay?
I appreciate all the work with him and everything, you know.
Okay, thank you. Yep, you have a good day. Okay, do y'all have anybody else in there already at Adare County, or can I go down the docket, or?
They're bringing a couple more back up, so it'll be just.
Well, I'll just wait and see who you bring up, and then we'll call them.
Okay.
Is there anybody else out there that needs to come before the court that's not in the Adare County Jail?
Judge Amy Stinson is on the docket.
Okay, Commonwealth versus Amy Stinson.
Judge, I know Miss Costello spoke with Miss Simpson yesterday because Mr. Stockton had requested if she would consider going to the drug court program, and I know she's agreeable to that. I don't see her on here. If we could have an opportunity, perhaps there was some
I
confusion.
think she's there under Amy Hill is what my detective told me. There she is.
Yes.
Okay, this is Commonwealth versus Amy Hill. Adare County, will you turn your camera off just for a second and we can turn it back on? Thank you. Miss Hill?
Yes.
Okay, where are you today?
In Burkesville, Kentucky.
Okay, are you in the Justice Center? Or?
No, I'm at home.
Okay. This is 19 CR 0081 Commonwealth, Kentucky versus Amy Stinson, and now you go by Hill, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, we'd like to amend the indictment. Is there any objection to that, Ms. Hunter?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Stockton?
No objection.
Okay. We're here today on a motion for, it says motion for pretrial, but I don't know.
It's a motion to revoke an imposed sentence pretrial diversion, Your Honor.
Okay.
Ms. Stinson had a DUI. She tested positive for meth and marijuana. She also failed complete treatment at in trust, I believe it was. And I talked to Miss Costello yesterday, and if the court's agreeable, I will have her assessed for drug court. If you want us to proceed with revocation, I can call Officer Garner.
Well, are you willing to let her go into drug court without revoking a pretrial diversion?
I am, Your Honor, if she'll do it completely, but I want her to understand that she better take this seriously, because if she gets terminated from drug court, I'll ask the court to impose sentence.
You understand that, Ms. Hill?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Where will she need to come in and sign the paperwork?
I need her to give us her address and phone number that Mr. Murphy can reach her so he can assess me.
Okay, well, let's don't do it online here because there might be other people. So you get a hold of Miss Hunter later, and Miss Hunter, you provide that today.
I will, Your Honor.
Now, Miss Hill, are you living in the city limits of Burkesville, are you?
Yes, I live in Johnny Newby's apartment.
I don't really want you to tell me where you live, because it's public. So what I want you to do is I don't want you out gomming around. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, Your Honor.
You stay there, you stay there as a condition, and we'll get the paperwork to you and try to get you into drug court if you get voted in. We'll go ahead and set this case just in case again for May the 27th. Okay.
Thank you so much.
The 27th, and you be in contact with your attorney, fill out the papers. And I don't know when the drug court will meet again to vote, but they'll have to get you in. Okay. Thank you a lot.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay, let's go back to Adhere County. Sir, what's your name?
My name is Anwar Barber.
Okay, Mr. Barber. If I can find you here. Commonwealth versus Anwar Barber, 19 CR 0077. Commonwealth, Kentucky versus Anwar Barber. Mr. Barber, were you born in 1980? Last four digits of your social security number are 5536.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We're here today on a motion to revoke probation. What do you have, Mr. Stockton?
Your Honor, Mr. Barber's on probation, 5 years, traffic and controlled substance. I hope my probation officer witness is on here, Angela Richards. I spoke with her yesterday by phone. Evidently, she listed Mr. Barber as absconding on January of 21 because he wouldn't contact her, and he hasn't paid any supervision fees or drug test fees.
Is she on there?
I don't know. Ms. Richards, are you on here? I don't know what's happened to her. I asked Ms. Thompson, did you send her a link? I thought I sent you an email.
I did, yes, she was included in it.
I would.
Why don't y'all try to contact her?
I'd ask Mr. Garner if he's the one. His office helped me contact her yesterday. If he could get somebody in his office get in touch with her.
I'll reach out to her.
Okay, thank you. We'll come back to Mr. Barber. Mr. Barber, sorry for your inconvenience there. We'll come back to you, okay? Savannah Branham.
You're all right.
Who have you got up there?
Brandon Gadberry.
Okay, we'll take you, Mr. Gadberry. Commonwealth versus Brandon Gadberry, 19 CR 24. Are you Brandon Gadberry?
Yes.
Are you born in 1980?
Yes.
Last four digits of your social security number, 5344.
Correct.
Okay. We're listed here, Mr. Stockton, as having a motion.
Your Honor, Mr. Gadberry was up last time for revocation. And after we had the hearing, we were going to place him in drug court or ask him to be assessed. He's not eligible for drug court due to transportation issues. According to Mr. Murphy, he has no transportation. I spoke with Ms. Costello about this. I can give the court a rundown on the previous history if you want it, but basically,
give me a short.
Okay, best I can do. He's got a possession of controlled substance, first degree. He went to Recovery Works Rehab in December of 19. He completed that. He had some more issues with drugs. He was transported to West Care March 6th of 2020 by probation parole. April the 12th, he left West Care without permission. He was given a 30-day sanction for leaving by the court. He was referred to RRJ counseling for drug substance abuse in Russell County. He had 2 AIs, December the 10th and December the 27th in Russell County. He went on his own to a treatment center, I believe in London. Mr. Gadbury can correct me if I'm wrong, on his own and without permission of his probation officer. And then at that point in time, we decided maybe he could do drug court. And now that he can't do drug court, Miss Costello and I talked that she has a social worker that could find him long-term treatment if that's agreeable to the court.
Well, why is it he can't do drug court?
Mr. Murphy said he has no transportation and he didn't want to set him up to fail. He figured without the transportation, he would have to be supervised in Russell County through the drug court. So he and Judge Costello declared him ineligible.
That first fine I've got, it's gonna be dismissed.
And Judge, I think that's why the agreement, I think everyone agreed Mr. Gadbury is in need of some very intensive treatment. And so that's why the agreement for long-term treatment was agreed upon, because it was a way that he could do that still.
And Ms. Costello and I discussed that his main issue is alcoholism rather than drug abuse. And I told Ms. Costello if her social worker could try to get him into rehab tailored to the alcohol abuse rather than drugs, that might benefit Mr. Gadbury.
Might be hard to find a bed like that anymore.
It may be, I don't know.
Okay, well, I'll submit the order. I'll sign it. Sir, let me tell you something. You're going to have to work real hard to try to help yourself. And I know it's difficult, but we'll get an order and they'll try to get you in a long-term rehab. Thank you very much.
Ms. Hunter, can you do that once she finds a place? We can do
Yes,
that.
yes, I'm writing a note of that right now. Thank you.
He'll remain incarcerated till then, and I need to be notified where the place is with a little history on it, okay? And it should be included that if he leaves there without permission or notice, he should turn himself into probation, parole, or be absconder, okay? Ma'am, what's your name?
Savannah Brown.
Okay. I'm of Kentucky versus Savannah Branham, 20 CR 0001. Ms. Branham, what's your year of birth?
1993.
Last 4 digits of your social security number.
6915.
You're here today for sentencing, is that correct?
Yes,
There's no PSI in this case that I have here. Hunter, has she reviewed her pre-sentence investigation? She's a state prisoner and waived.
Judge, I think this is one that was previously on your docket or last day, and the signed paperwork had not been submitted. She would ask to waive separate sentencing, but there was not a PSI at this time.
Well, I don't think I can sentence her without a PSI. Would you?
Judge,
Yes.
she was sentenced last month on 2 other indictments, and there was a PSI for those.
Okay. And she's been incarcerated.
It was all wrapped up together. They just had to do an information indictment on this one and wrap it up.
So she's been incarcerated since that date.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so I will waive any kind of PSI requirement for this case. She is pleading guilty to burglary. She received a sentence of 3 years, probated for 5. Supervised is to run concurrently with Cumberland Circuit Court case number 20 CR 0060, 20 CR 0061, and 20 CR 0062. Okay. Now, what is the court cost on this, Madam Clerk?
This one's 185.
What was the other one?
I do not have that in front of me, Judge.
Okay, well, we'll merge. We'll do one court cost. We'll merge the 3 cases and do one court cost. And what do you think? You have any idea what the total of the highest one is?
I think the highest one was like 240 maybe. I'm not.
Okay, we'll make 240 and you start paying $40 a month, 30 days from today. Okay.
Judge, she's been ordered to do long-term treatment via drug court, so she won't have the ability to work.
Okay, well, we'll start at 30 days after she completes long-term treatment, so she won't get back. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah. Do we have any report on the probation and parole officer?
No, Your Honor, I'm trying to have Ms. Vanderpool call the two numbers on her email, where she emailed me yesterday, so.
Mr. Garner, have you had any luck getting him?
No, sir. I've emailed her and I have tried to call her and I'm still waiting on a response.
Your Honor, I would suggest that we just sanction Mr. Barber and have him report to probation and parole under these circumstances.
Mr. Barber, put Mr. Barber back on there. What was Mr. Barber accused of doing?
He was accused of basically not reporting in January. I inquired.
Adair County, your camera's off here with Mr. Barber. I don't have Mr. Barber. How many days have you been in jail, Mr. Barber?
Been in since March the 25th.
Okay, well, I'm gonna let you out of jail today. Shocking, isn't it? You've had a lucky day, but I'm going to tell you, you have to cooperate with these probation and parole officers. You have to keep in contact with them. You have to follow their directions. Now, Mr. Garner, who is he supposed to report to as far as probation and parole?
Your Honor, give me just a second here to pull him back up and I will tell you.
It was Miss Richards.
Okay, you were reporting to Miss Richards?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Mr. Barber, where is that, in Jefferson County or?
No, sir. She had me on unsupervised probation, and her office is out of Danville.
Danville, okay. Well, you call her within the next 48 hours. I'm going to let you out today. We'll send a release up there. You know, this doesn't seem very major, except the process doesn't work unless people cooperate. You understand what I'm saying? So you make sure you cooperate, and maybe I won't have to have you back in here again. Okay. Good luck to you. Or be coming today. Thank you. Okay, Patricia Sue Harden.
That was David Cross's client, I believe.
Well, that's the one that was the one we hadn't gotten yet. Has anybody gotten a hold of him? That was a motion for shock probation. Okay, let's go to Landon Kirk. Landon Kirk. Landon Kirk.
He's in custody, Your Honor.
Landon Kirk.
They would get him, Your Honor.
Okay. And then Sanford Rice is next. Is Roder on there now?
See him.
Here's Mr. Kirk, Your Honor.
Commonwealth versus Landon F. Kirk, 19 CR 0069. Are you Landon Kirk? Okay, you're here today on a motion to revoke pretrial diversion. Were you born in 1992? Last four digits of your social security number 0395. Okay, Mr. Stockton, what do you have?
Your Honor, this is a motion to revoke pretrial diversion, impose sentence. He had a 3-year sentence on possession of controlled substance, first degree, 5-year sentence on unlawful imprisonment. And the basis of the revocation is a Miss Cheyenne Wilson took charges out on him. Evidently, there had been domestic violence, and then he was charged with attempting to intimidate her as a witness. And I believe she is on here by iPhone.
Okay, you want to call her as a witness?
Yes, Your Honor.
Miss Cheyenne, are you on the line?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, you don't have, you have an iPhone, you cannot connect with us here other than by phone.
There she is.
There you are. You raise your right hand, ma'am. Cheyenne, you raise your right hand.
Her phone's froze, I think.
Yeah.
I think she's moving.
No, it's froze up. Miss Mylum, is she in near the clerk's office?
She was in here earlier.
Yeah, there you are. You wave your hand, show us you're still alive. There you go. You swear the testimony you're about to give us the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. So help you God.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Stockton.
Miss Wilson, I've never had an opportunity to speak to you before, and I don't know a lot about what's happened, but evidently, did you and Mr. Kirk live together at some point in time?
Yes.
And how long did you all live with each other?
For about a year.
Okay. And was there a time you separated?
Yes.
And when did that occur?
I'm not sure.
Can you give us an estimate without an exact date?
About almost April
Of this year?
of 2020.
Okay. Okay. Did you take out any petitions or EPOs or DVOs against Mr. Kirk?
Yes.
Or is that still in effect?
I don't know.
Okay. Did Mr. Kirk try to contact you or have contact with you after those EPOs or DVOs?
Yes.
And did you file any complaints because of that contact?
No.
Okay. Did you go and take out a complaint against Mr. Kirk as regards him attempting to intimidate you to drop the charges?
Yes.
And when did that occur?
I don't remember.
Okay. If the court records show December of last year, would that be accurate?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what was the basis for you taking out that complaint against Mr. Kirk?
Because I went to get an EPO.
Okay. Did Mr. Kirk make any threats to you?
Yeah.
What did he tell you?
Well, on that one, that time that he told me that if I didn't drop the charges with the car, then he would kill me.
Okay. And how did he communicate that to you? By telephone or in person?
On telephone.
Okay. And so as a result of that, you went to Mr. Bell's office?
No.
How did you make the authorities aware of that threat?
Whenever I went to go to get an EPO because he wouldn't stop. I guess it was harassment. I don't know. He was telling me everything that I was doing. He was standing outside my apartment. I guess watching.
I know this is difficult for you, Miss Wilson, but I need you to concentrate. Has Mr. Kirk ever assaulted you physically before?
Yes.
And how long ago has that been?
I guess in December.
Okay. And was that about the time you went and got the EPO?
Yeah.
Now you mentioned that he said he threatened to kill you over a car. What was the deal with the car? What was he wanting?
He busted my back window and put dents in the car, and then he owes me money for it.
Okay. Do you all have any children together or anything?
Yeah.
Okay. Have y'all ever been married?
No.
Are you afraid that Mr. Kirk would do you harm if he was around you?
No.
So even though he's threatening you and done all this stuff, at this point in time, you think he's no threat to you?
Not at this time. No.
Well, why do you say that?
Because I guess because he's sober.
Okay. So what you're telling me and telling the court is when Mr. Kirk is not sober, when he's either using drugs or alcohol, he's threatened you. Is that correct?
Yes.
And when he's used drugs or alcohol, he's physically assaulted you before?
Yes.
Okay. And I can tell you probably still care for Mr. Kirk, don't you?
Yes.
Okay. I don't think I have any more questions, Your Honor.
Ms. Hunter,
Miss Wilson, have you attempted to reach out to Mr. Kirk while he's been at the jail?
Yes.
Okay. And you had referenced the phone calls. Did you record these phone calls? I think we have lost her again.
There she is.
Miss Wilson, did you record these phone calls with Mr. Kirk?
No.
And Miss Wilson, have you recently been charged with possession of methamphetamine?
Yes.
Judge, I have no further questions.
I have no redirect, Your Honor.
do you have any additional, this witness may be excused. Do you have any?
I'd call Mr. Garner briefly, Your Honor.
Garner, you raise your right hand. Swear the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
State your name, with whom you're employed, and what capacity.
Officer Jeremy Garner, Department of Corrections, Division of Probation and Parole.
Mr. Garner, do you have access to Mr. Kirk's records since you've been supervising him?
I have our records, yes, sir.
Okay, and when did you begin supervising Mr. Kirk?
Supervision began September 4th of 2019.
Okay, I noticed he had some drug violations early in 2000, or late in fall of 2019. Is that correct?
Let me pull that up. Let's see. There was a violation report done October 29th for use of methamphetamine. And then another one there was a misdemeanor arrest, felony arrest, and then March 10th, he had a violation report for use of methamphetamines and marijuana.
Okay.
This year?
This year.
Okay. And did he have a felony arrest based on Miss Wilson's complaint?
Yes. Yeah, the felony arrest was for the intentional intimidation of the affiant in legal proceeding.
And can you tell the court the date on that, please?
Like December 9th of 20.
Okay. Now, because of COVID, how often has Mr. Kirk been drug tested since March of 2020?
Our policies have been very strict on contact.
Yeah, I'm not worried about any excuses. I just want the court to be aware if he's been drug tested or not since March of 2020.
No.
Okay. That's all I have. Thank you. I'm not trying to be smart with you, Mr. Garner. I just want to know what the facts were.
Ms. Hunter, you have any questions, Mr. Garner?
Mr. Gardner, you don't have any positive tests since March of 2020, though.
Need to verify, but I don't believe so.
Judge, I have no further questions.
Well, I may have misunderstood you. He's not been drug tested since March of 2020.
No, he's not.
Oh, okay. I have no other witnesses, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Hunter, do you have any witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Stockton, would you like to be heard?
Your Honor, this is a difficult case, as all domestic violence cases are. You know, I hate to step in between anybody in their relationship with another individual because I don't wear their shoes and I don't live their lives. I can tell a couple of things in this case. I can tell that Miss Wilson still cares for Mr. Kirk. I can tell that she has children by him. And I can tell that because of COVID, the system has failed both Miss Wilson and Mr. Kirk, because if he had been drug tested, things might have been done to rectify this situation. I'm not at all blaming Mr. Garner. I'm just blaming the world we live in. I'm hesitant to ask the court to revoke Mr. Kirk without some opportunity to get this lined up, but I'll defer to the court's judgment. I believe drug court might be a good solution. If that's not a solution, then possibly he should be revoked, because I believe he has violated the terms of his probation. But that might put him on the right path to sobriety, and then whether they want to reconcile or not, that'll be up to them.
Ms. Hunter?
Judge, I will note Miss Wilson's testimony. I think there's no recording. She was unsure of some of the details, and I think there could be a presumption that there may have been some of these events that she alleges her perception could have been clouded by potential drug use. I'd ask the court to take that into consideration. Additionally, I understand he's not been drug tested since March 2020, but I will note I've had several violations for people having dirty drug tests since March of 2020 because probation officers have called my clients into drug tests when they had suspicion of drug use. We do not have that on Mr. Kirk's case. I do not think revocation is appropriate in this case based on the weakness of Miss Wilson's testimony and the fact that he has not had a dirty drug screen since March of 2020 and had been out of custody during that time.
I'm concerned when anybody testifies in this court that they brought a complaint or gone to court and somebody threatens to kill them if they don't drop it. That's more than a passing concern for me. Whether they were drunk, sober, mad, I just don't see how I can ignore that. I have no doubt. I'd say that Ms. Cheyenne there is what we used to refer to as a reluctant participant. She doesn't really want to participate in this thing. And she could very well have drug problems, but I do think she's coherent enough to realize when somebody threatens her, whether or not she wants to subject herself to a continued unhealthy relationship and domestic violence, and not much we can do to that. But I can keep somebody from threatening to kill somebody that's a participant. And I don't know about that. I guess I could do a sanction. I don't know whether this gentleman was working or not, whether he had a job, whether he has any potential having a job, what the conditions of the pretrial diversion are, how closely he's being monitored, I don't know whether he's been previously convicted of a felony.
I think based on all that, Your Honor, diversion should be revoked and address all these issues at sentence, and then maybe if either he should serve his time in prison or there may be some reason we should probate him. I don't know.
Well, I'm going to revoke the pretrial diversion, but that doesn't necessarily mean, Mr. Kirk, that I'm going to send you to penitentiary. There are just some issues that I've got here, and it appears to me that for whatever reason, Cheyenne kind of wants to stick with you. A lot of people have got people giving up on them, and she doesn't seem to have given up on you. But I don't want you to make a response or anything, but you shouldn't be threatening to kill anybody, or that you shouldn't be hurting anybody, especially the mother of your child. So you got some issues that we're going to have to address. So I'm going to revoke an order of pre-sentence investigation report, schedule you back on May the 27th. It could very well be after we take a look at this thing that we find some sort of anger management, drug treatment, drug court, or something we can put you in to get you back on the right track where you can participate in the raising of your children. And whether you and Miss Cheyenne are together or not, at least you can not disrespect her as the mother of your children. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. We'll see you on we'll see on May the 27th then. Thank you very much. Okay, I guess we have Sanford David Rice Jr., is that correct?
Now, when you ask.
Judge, he's in Rotor. The other defendants that we've had up there, they've had to have an order of appearance by a prisoner, and I have not received one of those.
Okay, well, we'll schedule him for the 27th and we'll send an order up there. Is there anybody else on this criminal docket now? Is that concluded?
Miss Patricia Harden, that's Mr. Cross's font.
You got a hold of Mr. Cross yet?
I'm back. Sorry.
I have Danny Staten here.
Okay, we'll be right back to Danny Staten. Look,
That case was continued
okay, why was it continued?
because Mr. Stockton stated that he just needed a trial date, so.
Okay. On May the 27th, we should be able to give Mr. Staten a trial date. By then we'll know something and we'll make sure that it's not too far out, Ms. Hutton. Thank you. Okay, let's go back. Ms. Harden, is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
Patricia Sue Harden. Is this the last case on the docket now?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, Commonwealth versus Patricia Sue Harden.
He's coming right now, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you so much.
Judge, since I believe that is all of the cases that the department has, may I be dismissed, please?
Absolutely. You have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. You too.
Patricia Sue Harden, 15 CR 0029. Motion to revoke shock probation. Is that correct? Or is this it's what's on there, but I thought this was a motion for shock probation. What is this, Mr. Stockton?
It's a motion for shock, but I've got a motion to revoke. Can you hand me her file?
It is a motion to revoke.
Motion to revoke, okay.
Okay. And I may need, Your Honor, and I don't know if he's at the grand jury or not, Miss Sheriff Daniels. We'll try to contact him. But he may be in the grand jury.
Well, give me a little overview of this, and Mr. Cross might stipulate.
He'll agree. Mr. Cross agrees to everything with him do. So
Sometimes I'm agreeing, sometimes I'm not.
Hope springs eternal. Go ahead and give us an overview of this.
Your Honor, she's on 5 years theft. She's on shock probation. She was terminated from drug court on June the 4th, 2020. On June the 18th, 2020, her probation revoked. On August the 28th of 2020, she was shock probated. On March the 20th of 21, she had a new felony arrest, trafficking in a controlled substance. She had approximately 3.2 grams of meth on her. And then on 3/22/21, she verbally admitted to the use of meth and alcohol to Carson Payne, who I've got here to testify.
Mr. Cross?
Your Honor, my position in this case this morning would be Miss Harden only very recently charged with this, basically a month ago. She remains incarcerated in the Harris County Detention Center. It's extremely difficult to meet people and prepare defenses, both for the new case and for the revocation. As Miss Harden is not going anywhere, and this is a pending case, I think we're going to be live next month, and that'll give me time and opportunity, hopefully, to meet with her and do great things. But as of today, we wouldn't be in any position to stipulate anything but use of methamphetamine and alcohol.
Carson, is she a state prisoner?
She is not, Judge. She's being held on a probation violation at this time.
It
I
can
have
be
not,
do what?
I just request it be.
Wait,
it be
wait a second, Mr. Cross. Can she be pinned in any way?
if you order her to serve an alternative sentence pending a revocation hearing, I can.
That's what I'm going to do, and we'll schedule her next to appear on the 27th of May.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Ms. Hart, are you on?
Is there anything else to come before the Cumberland Circuit Court? Well, Adair County, as always, thank you for cooperating.
Thank you.
Yeah. Mr. Stock, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, well, we now stand recess until, is it 1 o'clock, Miss Megan? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you all very much.